it up. Party man up and up. The amount of bottles full it up. Still the bar can't bust. The whole team link up. Now everything sync up. Right now we're higher than a treetop. We gonna shell it like we never did before.
Yes, guys, welcome back to Youth Voice, and this is our Positive Youth feature. And today we have Miss Jewel of the Tobago Writers Guild, and she's going to talk to us today about the Tobago Writers Guild in collaboration with the Logos Hope, and they're going to have like book displays and open mic and a panel discussion. And the panel discussion the topic is the impact of literature on culture. Miss Jewel, welcome to you.
Welcome to me. I feel so special today. I'm looking at the background and I see in a hoodie. I feel left out.
Oh God.
I'm feeling a little chilly. I'm feeling a little cold. Maybe I should have come in here with a cup of, a little cup of Joe and a little extra something in it.
Yeah.
For those who take a little drink.
And you realize we got our hats for the snow.
I know.
Yeah. We have to keep our heads warm,
So I heard she mention, I saw this huge ship floating coming into the harbor. Tell us a little bit about that. Tell us what you all have in store in terms of what's happening on the Logos and they came Christmas time. Wow.
Yeah. Well, the Logos is a boat that comes into the Caribbean ever so often, and not to speak on their behalf, of course, but they're a Christian focused boat. They talk more about the Christian side of things, and the guild we really look at literature, the literary arts, literacy. And when they called and asked if we were interested in doing something with them, I said, of course.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer, because our brand that we have, which is the Next Chapter, which is our lecture series, apart from the fact that we do have a publishing house, that's the Tobago Writers Guild Publishing House, we try to make sure that the literary arts in Tobago are featured prominently, visibly. We have members in Trinidad as well. So we also want to make sure that we have something going on for the authors in Trinidad. So when they called and we wanted to do something that was going to align with what they wanted to do, which is community work, they want to engage every island they visit. And we wanted to be able to give our authors and the community in Tobago the opportunity to see exactly what the literary arts could bring to their life. So we've put together a program, and we're going to be having the panel discussion, which you talked about, and that is in line with our lecture series.
Okay.
So what we're going to be doing is discussing the impact of literature on culture. Right, we're going to have a panel discussion about it. People are going to be able to have a say about how they feel literature impacts culture. Right, and I know sometimes that word literature, it sounds very, very big. Very, you don't exactly know what to eat with it. Right? If is this red meat? What's going on with it? But literature really is simply when we write what we feel, what we see, what we hear, what we want to talk about, what we want people to understand, what we see in the community and culture, in ourselves, is self-reflection. And therefore, once you record yourself in words, it's now dubbed literature. Right? So
I never saw it that way before.
Yes,
I love the way how you bring it across. Yeah, go ahead.
So it's nothing, it's nothing that big and fantastic and sophisticated in so that it's not for me. You're right. The everyday man, anybody who writes anything, anybody who is able to, and that's where literacy comes into play. That's why it's so important, because without being literate, you are not able to write your thoughts down. And that's one of the ways, as you leave this earth, you now leave a record of the things you saw, the people that you spoke to,
things you've experienced.
And lucky for us, it also bleeds into being an artist, a performing artist, singing. It also bleeds into spoken word, poetry. So, the literary arts is not something static, it's very dynamic, right? And when we look at it, we wanted to make sure that there was a space for even the performers, right? So that's where the next chapter comes in, and that's where the open mic is coming in,
I
right?
am excited about the open mic
Yes, for
concept.
sure.
Yeah.
A lot of persons, so they would be actually performing on the boat itself. Tell us a little bit
Right
about
on
that.
the boat. So today they had the Logos Hope had their official opening, and the guild was invited. So we were shown the space where we would have the event, and it's right on the boat.
Wow.
Smack dab.
So how does one get to be a part of it? It's open to anybody who is interested in performing. Tell us a little bit about us.
Well, you know, luckily what they've done is they've put us in a space where if you want to come on the boat for free, you don't have to pay that $5 because you don't enter the space where the books are yet.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So anybody can just come on the boat and engage with us as we're having the panel discussion, the open mic, and the book display.
Excellent.
Right?
Excellent.
For free.
For free.
And you know, if you come and the spirit so moves you,
You just want to do a little performance.
Yes, you know what I mean? Come and get prepared to share your creativity, share, you know, whatever vibes you feel. It's Christmas. If you want a soca parang or a parang soca, right? Or a soca and a parang, come with it, right? And whatever it is you have, we want people to explore their creativity.
Yes.
We want you to explore, you know, dig in that deep well you have, right? And come, whether you want to read a manuscript that you have, whether you have a published book and you want to share it. And we're not only doing this with the writers of the guild, we're also opening up the book display to anybody who has a published book. So if you're not a member of the guild, I'm telling you, I'm calling you. Call the guild. We're on Facebook, we're Instagram. So find us and let us know you have a published book, you have printed copies of that book, because remember, it's a display and you want to be part of it. So it's open to the public to come and share their creativity in every way for this Christmas season.
Well, I must say, what I'm really impressed about is the amount of authors we have right here from Tobago. And sometimes I don't think that they get the type of opportunity like this to showcase all the things that they have. So I love concept like this. When she reached out to us as well, I said, wow, Youth Voice would love to be a part of this. So we're definitely urging all persons who are interested to come out for that, you know, and the open mic segment is going to be great. It's going to be, you know, could you just remind persons of the time and the date where all of it is happening?
Right. So this event is just one day for 2 hours next week, Wednesday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And you come out on the boat, have a good time, whether you want to be entertained, whether you've come to support somebody, and whether you want to participate as well, right? So get in contact with the guild. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram if you want to join our book display. And we have some information in terms of if you want to perform on the Logos Hope and you want to be listed to perform, you contact my goodly gentleman here, right?
Definitely.
In the snow hat. You give him a call and say, you know, Mr. Baker, I want to perform on the Logos. And it's all about showcasing your work. As people come on the Logos looking for books, you know, there's a cafe there. The Logos is really about, it's like a village.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you want to come and let people see what you have,
Yeah,
you want to share what you have with,
Correct.
you know, sometimes people just, they love to sing in the bathroom.
Yeah.
They love to sing home.
Well, guys, you all know Kwa is the talented one out of two of us, you know what I mean? So contact Kwa as well if you all want to have the opportunity to be part of the spoken, not the open mic. See, that side of things, spoken word.
And we know you have something in your pocket there, you know, we know you have it.
So guys, make sure to reach out to any of us and let's be a part of the experience at Logos, and I think it's great, especially around Christmas time. So bring the family members, the young persons, everybody. Bring your uncle, your granny, your auntie to see you perform. You know, and get the experience. And as she said, the boat is like a village. It has so many things to explore. So use this as an opportunity to explore the Logos. And whether it's $5 or it's free, to me $5 is free. So you know what I mean. So come out, support. You have anybody you wanted to you know, shout out as, you know, to come and get involved in the process, or persons who have been?
Well, first of all, I want to say, when we talk about authors and the opportunities to showcase themselves, I want to put out there a plug for my show that I do, Book Club Corner.
Well, I was going to say, quite going to say,
Right?
this is the host for Book Club on Tobago Updates. And I catch
Yeah.
myself sometimes tuning in, and
Yeah.
the way, it's not just what you're doing, it's the way you have a little drink, you have your little thing, and you invite person. And
Yeah.
I think you make it interesting. And a lot of persons don't understand who thought that book reading and book club could,
could be so fun.
Yeah, you know, so
Yes.
great job. I must
Thank
say,
you.
congratulations to you. And I see you continuously evolving, and I think that is excellent. So what's next? What's the plans for book club? You know what I mean? You could,
Well, let me
I
tell
haven't
you.
written a book yet, but could invite me to come on the
Thank
show.
you. Yeah, listen, what we want for Book Club Corner to do, the effect and impact we want to have on people, we want to bring in topics, bring in culture, bring in current events into the book space.
Yes.
Right? It's not a cut and dry space. This is not there are shades of gray.
Oh.
Let's put it that way. When we talk about books, sometimes people haven't read the book, but the topic in the book is so interesting.
Yeah.
They're like, listen, I read about that character. I do not like him at all. He remind me of that neighbor I had. He remind me of my granny, and she was not easy at all. It brings to light that books are life.
Yes.
Books are what we live, right? Literature is our life. We just put it on paper.
Yes.
So when I do Book Club Corner and I showcase an author, what I want for people to walk away with is the understanding that one, literature and writing is a full-time career. It can be something lucrative for you if you work it. And I also want people to come away with a love for books.
Yes.
A love for writing, enjoying talking about books, enjoy reading so that you can talk about books,
Yeah.
right? If you want to have a drink with me, go and write a book.
I couldn't say it any better.
All right then, right? We get local wines from all over Trinidad and Tobago,
Wow.
local winemakers, and we like to support local winemakers. Because when I did a course in winemaking, and I have found that we don't support our own enough,
Yeah.
right? We love to buy Blossom Hill and Barefoot and
And
all the
these
other
things.
foot.
When it comes to local, we don't support at
Yeah,
all.
I don't like that. It's too sweet. I like trying. Listen, first of all, that wine industry, it wasn't anywhere before they supported it. So if we want our local products to come up,
Yeah.
we have to be the ones to participate in it. We have to be the ones to purchase it and tell the winemaker,
Yes.
I like the dry wines. I like that little medium one you gave me last week, right? And winemakers, let's start to interact with people. Let's start to make wine something that people can enjoy morning till night.
So
All day.
before we basically wrap up, I
Yeah.
wanted to, it's Christmas time.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us your favorite Christmas experience or moment, or what you like about Christmas.
Let me tell you, growing up, and I think for a lot of people, Christmas is, as you get older, Christmas becomes a sweet memory. And if it wasn't a good Christmas, you have the opportunity now to craft it however you want, right? And if you don't like Christmas at all, you still have the opportunity to craft the season into whatever you
want
want.
it, yeah.
And one of the things I really loved about Christmas was getting a new outfit.
Oh,
Yeah. And Christmas night, the night before Christmas, my mother would lay our outfits out on the spare bed. She'd put out your clothes, your socks, your shoes, and you'd get up like 5 o'clock in the morning. It's dark outside. It's still cold, but when you come back from church, you're getting ham.
Yes.
You're going to open your toys.
Toys and your
Let me
gifts
tell
and-
you.
yeah.
Right. So we were excited, and I think that was it for me. That newness, specialness.
Yeah.
And even as an adult, I think for me, it's just about keeping that spirit of fresh newness, something nice, something pleasant, even if you're looking forward to a little piece of ham. You know what I mean? So I try to keep it fresh, clean the house. It may not be anything big. You can't afford curtains, Just switch them around.
Yeah.
Put the bedroom curtains in the living room and put the living room curtains in the
Yeah,
bedroom.
right.
And it's
Right,
simple as that.
right.
Yeah. Sometimes we overdo and
Yep.
we overplan
Yes.
things.
You
That when
overthink.
you could make things so simple. Yes,
Yes.
you want a little change.
Yes.
Move them around.
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen,
Work
turn,
with what you
turn the
have.
cushion on the other side, right? Put it on the next chair, right? Make it feel new, right? Buy some baking soda and some water and spray everywhere.
So guys, you all heard, you all getting some tips here. Watch me only right here on Youth Voice. You're going to be getting, she ain't put it on the book club and you put it here on Youth Voice.
Yeah, keep it simple.
It
Keep
definitely.
it simple.
But I must say, thank you. You're doing an amazing job. By the way, guys, to big up this, we have the best host.
Yes.
Like, we could boast about that. All right.
Definitely.
So it was definitely a pleasure having you. It's all about the Christmas excitement.
Yes.
Let's remind them one more time about what's happening on the logos and the date. All right.
With the logos again, it's just 2 hours next week, Wednesday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. We're having a book display for the authors in Tobago. Please contact the Guild. Our number is 620-5799. It's Tobago Writers Guild 123@gmail.com. And if you don't remember any of that, go on our Facebook or Instagram and find us and join in. So the book display, we have the panel discussion, and then we have our open mic. It's going to be a fun session, packed 2 hours, and I want to thank you all for letting me come on, and I'm looking forward to your hosting, right?
Yeah.
I was not going to say,
It's
guys,
a fun
if you all want to
session.
see Kwa perform and host, you all going to see
Lord,
her.
put in the
Well,
performance.
you had to get up a little teaser, Kwa.
I like it.
Alright,
I like
alright,
it.
plain, plain,
Yeah.
I like
plain.
So if you all want to see Kwa in her element, hosting on the logos, you need to be there. It's only 2 hours, the entire activities.
Yes.
And it has the open mic segment, which I am looking forward. I might go
Yeah.
up on stage and do a
yes,
little thing.
that is what
You
I'm looking
never
forward
know.
to. You better prepare something. Prepare it, eh? Mr.
So
Joel will put his name on the list.
That's right. That's the top of the list.
I was still walking for $5. Though, all right. Talking about that. Anyone, and I throw this out to any one of you out there. If any of you all there meet me, at least 2 to 3 people, I'll pay your $5.
Boy.
You understand me? So just say
Big
Baker.
boy thing.
No, I'm telling
Big
you.
boy.
Just say Baker. You said you're paying for me to go on the logos. $5, I'll pay for you. All right. So at least 3 people who call.
That does not absolve you from performing, huh?
Oh, okay. I'll
man.
try a thing. I'm sure I will shine, but that's a whole different conversation. Guys, we're going to take a break and come back. We're keeping the vibes, we're keeping the energies. Our Christmas special countdown. We're counting down all our shows to the major. Watch me. We have a live huge show coming for Christmas. I don't want to talk too much about that, but this is our Christmas episode. Look out. We're going to take a break and come back.